I believe I have what I call the dark gift. I named it because it's this ability to take the simplest thing and just spiral it out into the worst case scenario, or the most highly melodramatic, dramatic kind of scenario. I noticed it early in my marriage. Before you laugh too much, I wasn't trying to kill him, but we decided to renovate a house ourselves. And in the process, this 2-year process of doing it, at one point he was up on a platform or ladder. He had this big board and he's nailing upside down, and I was holding the nail, and of course your mind wanders, as minds do when you're just holding nails. But anyway, in my mind's eye, it was like I could see the board slipping and hitting him in the head and blood flying, and I could hear my scream, and it was just like the whole thing kind of unraveled. And I remember thinking, what is wrong with you, Erica? Why do you And then I started noticing I did it a lot. And that's when I named, it's like I named it. It's my dark gift, and I've learned to pay attention to my dark gift. My book Bone Cold was inspired because I got a letter from an 11-year-old girl about one of my books, and at the time I was like, this book is too adult for her. I mean, I had like a 11-year-old, he was 10 and a half. I was like, I'm certainly not going to let him read one of my books. So I wrote her back. She was very precocious, but the envelope had a big heart and swack and all that. And so she asked if I'd be her pen pal. And I was like, sure, how fun, And so we write back and forth. And she wrote, and she would tell me all these things she really loved. And one day I was leaving the post office, and I'd gotten a letter from her, opened it up, and she was like, oh, my favorite things are cappuccinos and Doritos. Now, I got this little trill at the back of my neck, the little dark gift, thing, because cappuccinos and Doritos were my 2 favorite things at the time. And not together, but yeah, it's like, and so I just thought to myself, I don't know that this is an 11-year-old girl I'm mailing back and forth with, just like we tell our kids and our grandkids on the internet, it's like, you don't know who that person is. It was the same with these letters. So I kind of just tucked that little nugget away for the next time I was coming up with a book. And when it was time to plot a story, I said, that really gave me the little chills, So I took that germ of an idea and then I manipulated it. So the book Bone Cold, that was inspired by that thing that happened, even though it's different in the book. I expanded it and changed it and so forth. So, and that's pretty much what I do. First Wife was really, Justice for Sarah was inspired by all these court cases, all the, Casey Anthony and Jodi Arias, and just kind of fascinated with the idea of circumstantial evidence and how you can be convicted or tried, on circumstantial evidence, and what if you were innocent. So I was inspired by that. The First Wife was really inspired by these Drew Peterson, who killed, was it, there was Scott Peterson, and there's Drew Peterson who had his wives, yeah.
The 4th one, the 3rd one.
Oh, that's right, she drowned in the bathtub by accident. I think he's been charged for that.
Disappeared by accident.
But that whole idea of, women who are drawn to these obviously dark men. Yes, Bengalis. Yeah, exactly, and what can happen. So that's what inspired that. So, it's some little thing that either happens to me or just gets that, those creative wheels turning.